In the United States, there are now so many COVID-19 hotspots that a top White House advisor is urging all Americans to wear masks because the terrible outbreak in New York in late March is now being repeated elsewhere.
And I just want to make it clear to the American public, what we have right now are essentially 3 New Yorks with these 3 major states.
She is referring to Florida, California, and Texas, where more than 500 people died yesterday alone. As case numbers surge, more and more hospitals are overwhelmed. Jackson Proskow has the latest from Washington.
There are now more people hospitalized with COVID-19 in the U.S. than at any other time. State after state is setting daily records for the number of deaths. In Starr County, Texas, where the local hospital is running at 300% capacity, patients who are most likely to succumb to the virus will now be sent home to die.
We are not gods. We are not anybody to take a decision of who should live or who should die.
Across the U.S., the rapid growth in new cases has been driven largely by young people. Experts warn that won't last.
In a few weeks, maybe a month or so, increased infections in older people will be seen.
A worrying trend as the White House pushes schools to reopen.
The children obviously have a very strong immune system.
Despite all the unknowns about how children are impacted and how that might put their parents or teachers at risk.
We certainly know from other studies that children under 10 do get infected. It's just unclear how rapidly they spread the virus.
With so many hotspots and cases on the rise in most of the U.S., President Donald Trump has recently been forced to bend to the reality of the pandemic. He canceled the Republican convention in Florida, where he was set to accept his party's nomination in August, while places that have already beat back the virus once fear the threat of a resurgence. Washington, D.C. and Massachusetts have joined New York in ordering anyone coming from nearly 30 hard-hit states to quarantine for 2 weeks. Jackson Proskow, Global News, Washington.